The Duke of Cambridge, 39, who spent 2 years working for the East Anglian Air Ambulance after previously serving as an RAF Search and Rescue helicopter pilot, confessed he misses the uniform. But he recalled how flying to treat injured children in particular affected him badly because of thoughts about his own family. He said, "In the air ambulance, any job I went to with children, that really affected me, much more than I think if I hadn't had children actually. So, for me, it was the relation with my personal life, and the incident I was at I found that very difficult. There were a number of times when I had to take myself away because I was just getting too involved in it. And then I'd go to talk to someone else after the event, which was really important, but it continues, it doesn't really leave you there, you just manage it better." He was speaking at a symposium in London launching the Blue Light Together initiative, a set of common standards to support staff, which will be adopted by all emergency services across the UK. Developed by William and Kate's Royal Foundation and other bodies, they include prioritising mental health in the workplace, promoting openness and providing tools and support. William, 39, is particularly passionate about mandatory decompression breaks, where staff can put distance between the horrors they have witnessed and their time with family and friends. In a speech to 200 frontline workers, he said, "I remember returning home with the stresses and strains of the day weighing on my mind, and wanting to avoid burdening my family with what I had seen." What is happening where you live? Find out by adding your postcode or visit InYourArea. He described having a split personality, one for home and one for work. He added, "That's why I'm passionate about the need for mandatory decompression breaks. The work you do is some of the toughest out there, and we owe you an enormous debt of gratitude. I would only ask that you look out for your own well-being, just as you tirelessly care for everyone else's." William later spoke to Met Police Chief Cressida Dick, who said her force lost 70,000 working days last year due to mental health issues. Health Secretary Sajid Javid said his brother Bas Javid, a Met police officer, suffers bruises and cuts, but we don't talk about the mental ones. Prince Harry and Meghan Markle could push the royal family to breaking point if they do a second tell-all interview with Oprah Winfrey, a royal expert has warned. The Sussexes are reportedly planning another interview with an A-list TV star, after revealing in their previous interview one member of the royal family questioned what the colour of their son Archie's skin would be before he was born. However, nothing has yet been confirmed. Royal biographer Duncan Larkham, author of Prince Harry, The Inside Story, told Closer magazine, "Harry and Meghan have caused chaos, and I suspect their TMS no stopping them. I can totally see more of these high-profile, Hollywood-style interviews with A-list TV hosts happening. Especially if they're TMS, lots of money being offered for it. Harry will need a promotion for his memoir, due to be released next autumn, too. Another Oprah interview, if it TMS anything like the last, would surely push the royals to breaking point." A new BBC documentary exploring the troubled relationship of Prince Harry and Prince William with the British press, it emerged members of the firm, including William and Kate, Duchess of Cambridge, have played along with the deal, an unwritten agreement with the media to provide access to information in exchange for favourable coverage. A royal expert has claimed this arrangement has led to an awful lot of leaking. At the start of the first episode of The Princes and the Press, which aired on Monday, BBC media editor Amol Rayan lays out the formula that makes a significant part of royal coverage possible: the deal. He explains the royals get to live in palaces and, as long as they give access to the press, they get favourable coverage. He adds, one prince choosing to play the game, the other is trying to change the rules of the game. The former, it is understood, is Prince William, the latter, Prince Harry. The episode also included suggestions that negative stories about Meghan, Duchess of Sussex, were leaked by courtiers. Robert Jobson, author of William at 40, told Australia's Sunrise, "They can deny it all they like until they're blue in the face, but there's been an awful lot of leaking, particularly from Kensington Palace." Supporters of the Sussexes, who last year took a step back from the firm and moved to the US, have taken to Twitter to defend the couple and express their frustration. Kim Sanders said, "So incredibly disappointing, especially with William. He was fine as long as Harry was the silly, third wheel, spare. As soon as Harry finds someone he loves and he's happy and doing great work in that hateful country, he becomes jealous and turns on him." Bonnie TP wrote, "So disappointing to see this dark side of William." One user, under the name @MsRef, posted, "The truth is finally being spoken out loud to the British public who they've been fed lies upon lies about Meghan and Harry from Kensington Palace to the UK media." Teresa added, "The old saying of what's done in the dark will come to the light. I'm ready for it." The second and last episode, airing next Monday, will look deeper into Harry and William's rift and is expected to examine claims that the two princes authorized briefings against each other during Megxit. If the content in next week's episode is considered too harmful, some of the royal family households are reportedly considering complaining to Ofcom and withdrawing cooperation with the BBC on major events. The BBC approached Buckingham Palace, Clarence House, and Kensington Palace, representing the households of the Queen, Prince Charles, and Prince William, for comment. They provided the following joint statement, which was included at the end of the documentary: "A free, responsible and open press is of vital importance to a healthy democracy. However, too often overblown and unfounded claims from unnamed sources are presented as facts, and it is disappointing when anyone, including the BBC, gives them credibility." The first episode of Princes and the Press is streaming on BBC iPlayer. During her controversial appearance on The Ellen Show, the Duchess of Sussex shared a story about a time she and Prince Harry attended a Halloween party with Eugenie and her husband Jack Brooksbank. But royal commentator Neil Sean said this will have worried the royal family, who are very nervous about anything getting out to Meghan and Harry. He said, "As we know, Meghan then decided to describe her friendship with Princess Eugenie and her husband Jack, which goes back quite a long way, seemingly. But that really did trigger some alarm bells for senior members of the British monarchy over here. As with everything, time's a great healer." Her third son, Lucas Philip, whose christening is taking place at the Royal Chapel of All Saints in Windsor Great Park, was born in March 2021. The couple have two other children, Mia, 7 and Alina, 3. The christening was held jointly with Lucas's cousin August Brooksbank, the first child of Princess Eugenie and Jack Brooksbank. In pictures, the pair were seen smiling as they arrived at the ceremony in Great Windsor Park. Their child was planned to be christened in July, but it was delayed due to COVID. After announcing the loss of her child in 2016, Zara praised her husband and her brother, Peter Phillips, for their support. "I had to go through having the baby because it was so far along. I then had another miscarriage really early on. It was a time when my family came to the fore and I needed them. In our case, it was something that was really rare. It was nature saying, 'This one's not right.'" The Queen also attended the event on Sunday. Don't miss the Queen, 95, had previously been advised to step back from duties. Her personal doctors advised her to rest, which caused Her Majesty to miss the Remembrance Day ceremony last week. It was reported Her Majesty had sprained her back and has carried out only light duties since her hospital stay on October 20th. The Queen also marked her first wedding anniversary since her husband died in April on Saturday. It would have been the pair's 74th wedding anniversary. Additional reporting by Millie Cook.